Hi ladies, welcome to Healing the Wounded Feminine Serie. My name is Galia Brahim. I'm a spiritual teacher and healer, a woman empowerment coach, and a yoga teacher. I specialize in trauma recovery, self-mastery, and awakened feminine teachings. And I want to start off with why in the first place I wanted to create this series. And I cannot respond to this question without sharing my own story. So in November 2017, I was in a phase of my life where I felt so disconnected. I left uni because I didn't resonate with the teachings anymore. I was watching series every single day, not doing anything with my life. I was in an environment that was really toxic, and I had a really conflictual relationship with my mother. And I decided to leave everything behind and leave my country to go to live in Australia. So I went to Australia. I started to travel because I needed that for my own self-healing journey. I needed to find myself. I needed to heal on a deeper level. And I thought traveling would allow this to happen, which it did. So I traveled through different states of Australia, and then I went to Bali, Indonesia, then I went to Thailand, and then Nepal and India. And I thought that I reached a state of freedom within myself that I never experienced before. I really felt free. I really had this trust in the universe. I really felt so protected that nothing could happen to me. I really felt so connected to my body, so connected to myself on all levels. And then India happened. And India was for me really profound and painful. And I'm saying this because when I got to India, I started to experience some negative feelings that had to do with my feminine sexuality, my feminine energy. I started to feel really uncomfortable around men. I started to feel super unsafe. Like something was really off. Like I was all the time prisoner of this mind chatter, and I really tapped into ancient traumas connected to my feminine energy. And now you're seeing me, and I thought that I reached this state of enlightenment, which in my being, this state of freedom and love for myself that was so deep, and now was confronted with this painful experience, this ancient trauma, and I didn't know how to deal with it. And I realized that now I needed to do even a deeper work. And this is when I started to share with my partner that actually at the age of 9 years old, I was initiated to this sexual game by my neighbors, who were actually, one was the same age and the other one was a bit older, 3-4 years older than me. So this thing started already to come up, and this is something that I really denied my entire life, just as I just thought that I really wanted it. But in some way, I also wanted to participate into this game. So I never acknowledged that there was a part of myself that felt a lot of shame, and that it was actually not normal what I experienced, and this was a violation of my spirit, of my sexuality, of my child self, which I never acknowledged. And all of these things were coming full circle. And I truly realized that now I needed to enter the second part of my journey. And the second part of my journey was to release ancient traumas, intergenerational traumas, and start to really heal my feminine self. So this is why I think it's really important now to do this work, because so many of us live in this reality not knowing that they have traumas, and we all have traumas. And I feel like this is a normal stage to first experience bliss and feeling this connection with God. But then after this connection with God, right, after this divine awareness, after receiving this divine coding, now we're receiving this trauma code. And this is another stage of our self-healing journey. So this series will give you the tools to heal your feminine energy. And you would ask me, why healing my feminine energy? Why not healing my masculine energy? Because by healing our feminine energy, we are harmonizing ourselves, and we are also healing our masculine energy. And this is really powerful, because actually we've been taught that being in our feminine energy was not the way, or listening to our feminine intuition, or listening to our insights when it comes to our feminine self, it was not actually valid, and that we needed more of our masculine energy to run the show, to run our life, to rule our life. So we didn't offer a space for our feminine energy to truly exist. And it is because we grew up in a patriarchal system where it was okay actually to repress our feminine energy. And the damages, we can see these damages throughout time, because these damages are not going to show up right at the beginning of your life, or your childhood, or your teenage years, but really after, when you're going to get to your adult life, and you're going to start to realize your patterns. And this is exactly what I'm going to help you with in this series. I organized this series as a travel through your energetic centers. And we're going to start by talking about the root chakra, where everything started. For this, we need to understand when we lost touch with our feminine energy. When did we stop to worship the feminine energy, or to see the feminine energy as something divine? I'm going to tell you that this patriarchal system really established, it's only 3,000 to 3,500 years old. So not a long time ago, we were still worshiping the goddess, the feminine energy, the essence of life, the dark womb, connection with spirit, through our emotions, through our emotional body as well. Not so long ago, we were still worshiping this feminine energy, and this feminine energy was part of our life.